this quadratic equation. Okay, 2x squared plus 6x plus 7 is equal to 0. Okay, my favorite technique here is the quadratic formula. Let's try it out. A equals 2, b equals 6, c equals 7, as these are the coefficients to the quadratic term, the linear term, and then the constant at the end. Now I also like to calculate d, where d is the discriminant. So that's equal to b squared minus 4 times a times c. So in this case it's going to be 6 squared minus 4 times 2 times 7, which is 36 minus 56. So that's a negative 20. Oh great, so we have a negative discriminant, which means our solutions are actually going to be imaginary. So at this stage, because the number 20 is not a perfect square, I'm also going to break it down into a 210 and a 25, so that way I can perform my quadratic formula more efficiently. And for the quadratic formula part now, we have x equals negative b, so negative 6, plus or minus the square root of negative 20. And here, because we can see there's a pair of 2's and a 5, we're going to have 2i radical 5. The I coming from the fact that it's negative, and then the 2 escaping from prison and the 5 left over, all over 2 times a. 2 times 2 is 4. So now we have a common 2 that can be divided out of all of our coefficients here. 3, 1, 2. And so we see that the final answer to the problem is going to be negative 3 plus or minus I radical 5 all over 2. Or sometimes written as negative 3 over 2 plus or minus radical 5 over 2i. Excellent. So why don't you try one on your own here? Consider the equation x squared minus 4x plus 5. See if you can find the solutions to this one. So again, same type of process. A equals 1, b equals negative 4, c equals 5. What's our discriminant? D equals b squared minus 4 times a times c, which would be 16 minus 20, or negative 4. Negative 4 breaks down into a 2, 2. So that means that our quadratic formula is going to yield negative b, so opposite of negative 4, plus or minus the square root of negative 4, which would be a 2i, all over 2 times a, which is 1. So it looks like we're going to get 2 plus or minus I as the solutions to that one.